Hi, welcome to Chiefkirk Outdoors. Today what I'd like to do is I'm going to make a little fatwood fire, and I'm going to use this piece of fatwood that was donated to me by one of my very favorite YouTubers, and that would be Redneck Renegade sent me this, and I'm going to build a little fire with it. Now here's what I wanted to do. I want to test my knives, which I have several, but these are some of them, and I want to see which one actually works best at shaving it off. So here's the knives that I'm working with. This is a Mora knife, light my fire, and it has a ferro rod built into it, and like all Moras, this thing is just sharp as it can be. Beside it, I have another knife that looks like a Mora knife, but it's not. This comes from Walmart, and it's one of their bait knives, I think they call it. This is about a $2 special right here, but it works fine. It really does. It's well worth the money, I guarantee that. While we're on Mora knives, here's another one. This is the basic 511 with an orange handle. I like the orange handle because if I drop it in the leaves or in the grass, it's easy, especially in low light conditions. It's pretty easy to spot it. So this is one I'm going to try with. Now, this knife is plain old kitchen knife, and for the life of me, the name of it went out of my head. And that's what happens when you get old, folks. But anyhow, this is a common butcher knife, and it's been trimmed off. Maybe I'll think of it, what the name of it is, before the video's over. But this one has been modified. This knife, which is one of my favorites, is a Gerber strong arm, which came in this real nice case. And this is my Gerber strong arm. I really like this knife. So we're going to give them all a try and see which one does the best scraping. So what I need to do is I need to kind of get them out of my way, since I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to start with this knife here from Walmart, and let's see how it works. That's going to fall off right there. That's a Walmart knife, and that actually is not doing a bad job. It's not doing a bad job at all. Not doing a bad job. Now, that's a good one. Let's go from here. I'm going to lay these down here out of the way. Let's do my other Mora knife. Let's see how this one works. Now, this was an ugly piece of wood when I started with it. I want you to see how pretty that is once you get inside of it there. That's nice. Okay, now this one's working pretty good. I like this one too. Now, I can't tell a whole lot of difference in this one and the one from Walmart. But this is not an expensive knife either. You can buy this knife about 12 bucks, I think. Alright, let's try the Old Hickory. I remembered the name. Sometimes it takes me a little while. This is an Old Hickory butcher knife, which has been around for years and years and years. My mother, when I was just a little kid, had a Old Hickory that she used all the time. This one, somebody has rounded it off here on the point. It was like that when I found it. Let's see what it'll do. Man, that one's working like a champ. You know, truthfully, these Old Hickory knives, you can pick these things up at yard sales and flea markets for about 5 bucks or so. Sometimes you can get them even less than that. And quite honestly, for a bushcraft knife, they're hard to beat. Even though they're a butcher knife, they're still really hard to beat. If you only had one knife and this was it, be pretty good with it. Alright, put that one back in the case. Let's do the Mora Light My Fire. Love this knife right here. My son got this for me as a gift, and I like it. I like it really well. It has, stand by, I need to check something. It has a little fire steel built into it. And this little fire steel works just fine. I guarantee you, in an emergency situation, you'll be real glad you had this. So, let me put it in here out of the way. And we'll see how it cuts. Oh man, I can tell this thing is getting a bite. It's really doing a good job. Oh my goodness. Boy, this one is getting down on the program with it. Now, let's try my Gerber strong one. This is one of the toughest knives that you can get. When I was in a market for a knife, I watched a lot of different videos on a lot of different knives. And this knife here is almost indestructible. I saw a guy take a steel 55-gallon drum, this one's plastic, but one that was steel, and drove it all the way through the lid on that thing. Didn't hurt the blade. I went, wow, that's the one I want right there. And I like this knife. Let's see if it'll cut. That'd be the next question. What would be funny is if I broke the blade after telling you how tough it was. That'd be funny. This one does a good job. Now, this knife does a really good job. I like it. If I have to choose which one I like the best for feather sticks, I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one, boy, it just really gets into it. This thing is so sharp and so easy. I don't know if it's it really does the job. Now, I was going to bring my fire steel. Oh, I did bring my fire steel. Stand by just a second and I'll get it. Had it in my bag. Okay, let's do a little fire. Be nice if we can get this thing to fire up here. We're going to give it a shot. Just like that. Took about 2 strikes. Man, you ought to hear this thing sizzling. Good gracious. Well, Redneck Renegade, I tip my hat to you, pal, because this is some awesome Fatwood that you gave me. I like it, and I don't want this piece on fire, so I'm going to put it over here. I want you to look what an intense flame this is. And you can just hear it sizzling. Man, that's a great fire. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say, thanks for joining me on my little knife quest here. I wanted to see which one actually was best for doing some feather sticks and stuff. And now I know which one. Every single one of them did a good job. And I'd be proud if any single one of them was my only knife. I'd be in good shape. They're all great. But a little more like my fire, kind of double duty. Not only was it what I thought was the best at feather sticking, but it's also got the little ferro rod on it too, which is double duty. Thank you so much for joining me. Till I see you next time, God bless you. Don't forget, tell somebody you love them, because tomorrow may be too late. See you on the next one.